trucking.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Full show, lots to get to in the world of Nebraska football. A lot of injuries to get to here in a second regarding yesterday's press conference with Matt Rule. Sip, how are you today?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Jake.
Got your beef jerky shirt on?
Yeah.
Smoking gun?
It's in the rotation.
It is.
I have a hard time
going
going
about
out.
6 shirts in the rotation.
Yeah,
It's fine. We all have it.
I have a hard time going outside the rotation.
I think we all do. We all kind of have, I don't know, 6 to 12 shirts that we use. Is that about right? What would you put yourself at, Bill, in your shirt
Look at
rotation?
he's got a sweatshirt on.
We all have like 12 at the max.
Odd.
I usually wear a hoodie almost every day. Yeah, almost every day.
It's in the rotation.
I haven't worn it
changes, though. You change the hoodie rotation.
When you change the hoodie rotation, there's not much change. Remember, I went for, when it was warmer, I went for 30, 40 days in a row wearing the orange fluorescent.
You did.
Or the yellow. Don't you wear yellow too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yellow.
several
We're both
colors.
fluorescent. So I try to stick with.
You're not going? You're gone. Have you gone away from that?
It's just fall now. So I'm in the fall.
You need some fluorescent sweatshirts.
Although yesterday was miserable. I took Sugar for a walk and it was too hot.
It was.
I'm like, I don't want this weather. I'm done with heat.
Ooh.
Done with it. I'm ready for 50 degree weather. Yeah, I enjoy that.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Your
coming.
fall ensemble is different than your
Yes.
summer ensemble.
Yeah, ensemble changes.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah. This is
100.
Hey, how did can you please update us on how the small engine repair fiasco? Well, not fiasco.
A fiasco.
Not
It wasn't
fiasco.
a fiasco.
How the small
celebration.
celebration at the bank went. Have you heard anything? Have you heard of anything?
Yes, it went incredible. They had like probably 100 people for both sessions.
So yeah, morning session and an
afternoon session, an hour and a half session with the PowerPoint, if you remember. And then but in the second session, Shin Daddy got a little lightheaded. He's bandaged up. He's had a little swoon.
He's all screwed up.
He's all screwed up.
Screwy.
Yeah, Jake texted last night. Goes, I never got to see a picture.
Can I tell you why that was?
Screw.
My mom texted me at like 9:30, say, "Hey, was the screw thing real?" I said that was real. That was real. And
She texted at 9:30 last night.
So I text Bill and said, "Hey, I never got a picture of that screw." So he sends me the picture. I sent it over to him. He's like, "That's nasty. That's gnarly right there."
Yeah, that's what
it was gnarly.
Yeah, thank God Tam could get it out with the pliers. Tamara.
She.
Yeah, and she's blood queasy. Yeah, she's very much
Jake's
like Jake.
not.
So if all of a sudden,
not at all.
So if you two all of a sudden are on a roadside situation, would not be good. I don't think.
No, probably not. But we weren't, so that's good.
But you weren't, and that's exactly
this time we celebrate the wins here. Was not there for that.
So how's Sugar in the heat?
Is that Sugar right now gets really excited because in our neighborhood we have some really nice lawns.
Oh,
a lot of nice veteran people around that have nice lawns. Veteran people of they know their lawn's important. Yeah. So right now in the fall, your lawn right now is incredible.
It is.
So
nice.
They all look nice right now.
So when she's going by and she just sees this awesome grass in the shade, she just wants to lay down, and she does. She just lays down.
For how long?
Oh yeah, you have to pull her up. Oh yeah, I'll stand there I'll give her a few minutes.
Yeah.
Then when I go to kind of get her up, she rolls over on her back, and then just kind of she's laughing at me. She just laughs at me, and I finally have to get her up. And then once you get her going, then she's fine. But she just wants to let you know that she really. If she comes across a lawn that's great grass and the sprinklers have just turned off, so it's like wet grass. Oh, then
you'll be there for a while.
That's going to be a while.
She'll lay down.
Today, people walk by all the time. I'm like, how's it going? I'm just standing there with my dog. Everybody else is walking their dog. Mine just rolling in the grass. Sugar.
Sorry about this, everybody.
Yeah, we don't cover a lot of ground sometimes.
Did you have a garage party last night?
We watched in the garage. Yeah, we watched. I get very unexcited about Monday Night Football. It just doesn't do.
It's not the same anymore.
It's not. I get very unexcited. Like Tuesday Night Football tonight. exciting. Monday night does nothing.
What do we got?
I was watching last night. I was excited for the Vikings to get the win. And so
that was a big win for the Vikings,
big win for the
22-17 over the Niners.
Yeah.
Tonight you have in college football.
Yeah, incredible game.
Here's what you got. You got New Mexico State against Louisiana Tech. That's at 6 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. And then you have Liberty against Western Kentucky tonight. That's also at 6:30 ESPNU.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
So that I would much if someone said, you want to watch Niners Vikings, or do you want to watch La Tech New Mexico State? It's not even close.
We know Bill's preference here. Yeah, we know Bill's preference.
So that is New Mexico State. That's your friend.
Yeah, Jerry Kill.
And then
the Fighting Jerry Kills, and then Joey Connors, a friend of mine, is there also. He's a special teams
So
coordinator.
you'll be watching that.
Yeah, so I pay close attention. I send him as I'm watching games on Saturday. There's buffoonery plays on special teams.
Yes.
Which I have some in my notes today.
Do you?
So we can talk about that. But on the buffoonery, so I text him. I'm like, hey, look at show this play of, and I'll tell him where it's at. It's this game, and it's in the middle of the third quarter. Boom, send it to him. This play, boom, send it to him. So he has them also because he shows buffoonery plays to his players.
Does he?
Yes. So
Joey does.
Yeah, Joey's probably the only one that I talk to really about football. I talk to other coaches and stuff like that, but I don't send them.
So no football to everybody.
So no
else.
football. I just kind of what's going on? How's it going? That wraps it up.
Okay, so tonight those games are on. That'll be good.
Yeah, 6 and 6:30. CBS Sports Network for game 1. ESPNU for game 2.
Okay,
that's what you got.
And do we have baseball on?
We have a baseball update for you. We have one team that has clinched a World Series berth. That is the Texas Rangers. It didn't look great for Texas. They were up 2-0 in the series, and they blew the lead. But they win in Game 7. They win 11-4. Rangers' first appearance in the World Series since 2011, a series they lost to the Cardinals back then.
That's a horrible loss.
Yeah.
A horrible loss.
Well, they were up 3-2, and they had Game 6 wrapped up. They blew it. David Freese hits the home run to force Game 7. They lose Game 7, and Rangers lose that one. And then the other game before that yesterday was the Diamondbacks beat the Phillies 5-1 to force Game 7 tonight in Philadelphia. 7:07 first pitch on TBS. You can see that one. Phillies and Diamondbacks. So we had both series, the ALCS and NLCS, both going to 7 games, as it should be. As it should be. What it should be.
I'll flip back and forth. I'll flip over and check that. If it goes like 6-inning tie game or something like that, I'm gonna check it out.
You gotta watch.
Check it out.
Drama of the postseason.
Yes, I'll check that out.
By the way, before we move on, someone says in the text line here that we need a new segment in the morning called Sugar Time.
Sugar time.
We need sugar updates every day.
It would be a bad deal. Sugar's quite a handful.
We can do that. We can do more. We can just talk about sugar more.
We need more sugar updates.
Sugar is how old now?
She does very well. She's a little over 4 months. Shakes very well. She likes to shake.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Bullet shakes for no reason.
And so now that's also the thing, too. Now, anything we ask her to do now, the first thing she does is shake. First thing, no matter what. Ask her to sit, shakes. Down,
she's a well-behaved,
roll over,
kind dog.
shake. Yes.
Yeah, Bullet just will be walking, all of a sudden stop and shake. I'm like, what are you doing?
Just polite. Just be nice.
No, he's not. It's not being impolite. It's just like a quirk.
That's a good quirk to have. It's a cool quirk.
Dog can shake. I'm sorry, but Bullet's the best dog in the world. You might have the second best, but Bullet is clearly the best.
The concern I have a lot is that all of a sudden she'll show up. She'll be out back or whatever. She shows up and her paws are just all muddy.
Oh yeah, then
it's like okay, she's been digging. Where's it at?
Well, you got to towel her off.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, and you go. Yeah, you got to clean her up.
I mean, rain's coming. That's always a pain.
Yeah, it is.
Because before they come back in, you got to.
Yeah, you got to clean them up a little
towel
bit.
Them off. Towel.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Or sometimes, yeah.
But when you see the mud on their paws, you're like going. I see it more not so much from just the rain. It's like you're up to something. It's like you've been up to something.
Where you been at?
There could be a 7-foot hole someplace in our backyard that I'm unaware of.
Well, hopefully it's not under the wrought iron fence.
Yes,
that would be bad. That'd be bad.
She can sneak.
Yes.
Again,
our dog.
What about you, Jake?
Yes.
Idle chit chat.
Yeah. What do you got for idle chit chat?
Well, I wanted to play golf yesterday. I didn't play golf. I was busy.
Too busy.
It was a busy day.
Good.
I had probably, no joke, I had probably 8 different people text me saying, "Are you golfing today?" I'm like, no, why would I just be golfing on a random Monday? It's
probably because it was 90 degrees.
It's a work day. I work on Mondays. I was working the whole day. I was here a lot. I was out and about. I did a speech yesterday, so
you couldn't go to Wellington Greens.
I could have played Wellington Greens. I chose not to. I got home at like 6, and it was like too late to get.
That's around your place.
It's a great place.
Wellington Greens.
It's a great. I got to take you guys out there sometime because Sip plays golf once every 15 years, and
I don't have clubs.
And you can use my clubs. The thing is, when people say they don't have clubs, you can use my. It's a par 3 course. I carry 3 clubs around. I carry a putter and 2 wedges, 2 golf balls, and a tee.
You don't
don't
carry your
need
bag?
a full bag of clubs, and you can use my other clubs if you want.
Yeah.
That's just how this goes.
Okay.
We'll make it
I'd love
happen
to see a
sometime.
hitting driver. I'd love to see hitting a driver in the par
Hey,
3.
Sip, it's 80 yards here. You might want to lighten up on the driver.
Layup.
Maybe a quarter swing on this one. You might hit the road if you hit this one too
Jake,
hard.
it's over 100 degrees in here.
Is it?
It's over 100.
Well,
Yeah, it is. I'm right on this too.
All right.
We're in a strange time.
Hopefully shortly it'll be cooler. Sorry about that.
Well,
My
I
fault.
also, for some reason, I wore like I wore
That's like
wore
a pretty thick
I wore like
hoodie.
a lumberjack outfit today. So
I
that's,
did notice that.
Yes, it's very thick. I
Bill
mean,
is
that-
chopping trees
yes.
after this.
Yeah, so this is not comfortable at all.
Well, you can
Yeah.
take that off.
I should, but I have no shirt on.
hoodie?
Oh, he's shirtless.
Oh, see, you got it. I thought it was a zip
no,
down.
No,
Yeah,
I won't wear a zip down.
He's stuck with that one.
I will not wear a
Why
a
is
hoodie
that?
zip. No.
See, we're the opposite.
See, yeah,
Yeah.
Sip does not do hoodies.
I don't hoodie.
He
Yeah,
has to have a
You'll
zipper.
never see me in a hoodie.
Yeah, I'll never do a zip. Never do
Wow.
a zip. It's only.
He needs the 3/4 zip.
Yeah, I did the 3/4 zip down to your navel. Yes. So you had.
We still have not seen a 3/4 zip
Yeah,
jacket in the
see
studio.
that yet?
If someone wants
Down
to
to
bring
my
a gift
navel.
in,
Down to your navel. Yes.
Navel.
if
Yes.
someone out there finds
I
a
wasn't gonna say
3/4
belly
zip jacket,
Navel.
we need the gift. We need that gift for Sip, the 3/4 zip jacket, just to have it. It's
I
important.
don't know if they make them.
Well, someone has to make it. It's got to
Don't you
exist.
feel constricted right now? See, if you had a zipper, you just whip it down,
Yeah,
take it off.
it's true. No.
It says you got to go through a big rigmarole. You got to take your hat off. You get your hair all messy. That's what I don't like. Mess up my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot to mess up over
It's
there.
a lot to
We
mess
both
up.
have a lot to mess up.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Jake got a regal haircut.
Yes.
It looked really good on.
I
on
thought you were
Saturday.
going back to straight cap. You told us the other day they saw
Okay.
pictures of yourself at the wedding. You had no hair.
No.
You're gonna start wearing a hat.
The problem with that, the problem with that is that my hair looked horrible that day. I sent you guys a picture of me triple fisting beers, which
Yeah.
is one
Wasn't
thing.
that bad of a picture?
But my hair looked horrible. Like I had some like product, and I had a little paste in it.
Yeah.
It looked flat.
Product.
It looked flat. It looked like it was just like horrible.
Jake, I got to
So
tell
I
you,
started wearing a hat until I had my hair cut on Monday or on Friday.
I didn't notice your hair.
I didn't either. I didn't notice it either.
I thought you guys might.
No,
It looked.
I
Go
didn't.
back and look at it. It's terrible.
And I would say this, that I go out of my way to find a weakness in a picture.
Bill does.
Oh, I go out of my way.
You missed this one.
I do. I want
Why
to
you
go out of
do
my way.
that?
It's fun. It's fun. The first thing
He'll circle it.
Oh, yeah, I'll circle. I will. I go out of my way. I would have circled it and be like, "What's going on here?" With the
How many
yellow
times have we
highlighter.
got the picture of something with
Yeah,
the
the yellow
highlighter
highlighter.
circle?
Jake, everybody's hypersensitive about the way they look in pictures. They are.
I'm saying I'm surprised neither of
Yeah.
you said something about my hair. It looked horrible. So that's why I had a hat until the haircut on Friday, and now I can go hatless for a while. Yeah, I know it's thinning. I got it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, people.
He's sensitive on this one.
Yeah, you are.
I'm working.
He's
on
also
Jake,
sensitive.
yeah, time out.
He's also sensitive about the text line because he's not answering the text, and people are
That's not
texting
true.
me, and they're saying, "Why is Jake no longer reading text?"
it.
And
Only one person said that, maybe two.
I got over 40 yesterday.
Did you?
I got over 40.
That's a
Jake
lot.
has abandoned the
That
text line.
seems like a lot.
People want to know what was going on.
Well, all right. That's what we got for Idle Chit Chat. Sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Call them today to set up your 2024 fertilizer program and receive a free winterizer application this fall. Call or text 402-440-6297. That's Andrew and the squad at Newton's Lawn Care, our sponsors of Idle Chit Chat.
And if they're looking for him, generally, if they want to just come over to my house at 4 a.m. He's usually there. It's when he
4
starts.
p.m. Oh, a.m.
A.m.
Oh,
4
a.m.
a.m. He
He's up
starts
now.
at my house. He's probably been there and gone. So
Before you're up.
yeah, before I'm even up, the lawn care is done by Andrew. So if you want to talk to him about what you need to have done, just stop over to my house and wait for him. Get there like at 3:50, have a cup of coffee. He'll be there about 4.
Just sitting outside the house.
Yes.
By
By
the
the
way-
truck, I imagine.
Before we get to the rural audio from the YouTube stream,
Yeah,
Terrell
no.
Farley's with us this morning.
No way.
T. Farley.
T. Farley, this is T. Farley. So you know, I enjoy your posts more than anybody
It's
in the
best.
world,
Yeah, we screenshot all of
especially
them.
when you
We
make
love
fun of the Dolphins.
Yep, he gets a lot of those. He says regarding the situation of the temperature in here,
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
he says, turn it back up after the show's over. It makes no sense for it to be 65 degrees in there.
Yeah. See, you got a lot of people that
Farley likes
Don't-
it about 72
yeah.
degrees in here.
Georgia.
Yeah, he's a
Georgia.
He likes the
I hear you. I hear you, Farley. I hear you.
Come
I
on,
hope
Farley.
but if you're up and moving right now, please stop by so we can have you in studio because
Come
that
on.
really makes
You're
our
always
day.
welcome, Farley.
if you're
Yes.
up and moving,
Yes.
yeah, he might be downtown.
He might be downtown. He's the guy's everywhere. He's incredible.
He is. He's all over the place.
Number 43.
He's the man, Terrell Farley. Okay, let's get to some stuff from yesterday. Matt Rule spoke at the weekly press conference regarding it, and most of the conversation was really about the state of the health of the team. So here was off the bat, Matt Rule, what's the injury update following the win against Northwestern on Saturday?
There's a couple injury updates. We're a pretty beat up team right now. Ethan Piper is done for the year. He'll have knee surgery. Turner Corcoran is done for the year. He'll have foot surgery. Nuri's in surgery right now. Nuri will be out for probably 1 to 2 weeks. So we'll have to have some guys step up. So with that, Billy Kemp will be out multiple weeks with an MCL sprain. And trying to think if there's anybody else. That's really it. So Tom will be day by day. So we're not, Tommy Hill's kind of superhuman healing powers. I'm sure Tommy will be back. Probably be at practice tomorrow, but he'll be day to day. So
if you're keeping track at home, that means this weekend you'll have 3 starting offensive linemen not playing against Northwestern. Oh, sorry, against Purdue. Excuse me.
It looks like you'll have Teddy Prohaska. I have trouble doing this all the time. Teddy Prohaska at left tackle, Justin Evans Jenkins at left guard, Ben Scott at center. You'll have Henry Lutovsky at right guard, then Ben Hart at right tackle. That doesn't seem dire to me. It seems okay.
Pretty solid when you see that the 2 of the guys coming in have started numerous games.
Yeah. Yep. Teddy started 6.
Yes, he started 6 and
Lutovsky's a handful.
Yeah. He's played a
lot.
And played a lot of football.
Yeah.
And so that's a positive like that. And Jenkins has played in games, played last week.
He did.
And so anytime you lose players, it's never a plus.
No.
It's never a plus. But I do think that they're in pretty good shape. And also that when you go across the board, when you're talking to, I caught up with someone from Northwestern after the game.
Someone
and who coaches there.
Yeah.
And he talked about it. He goes, we know it's quite an issue. We had to first start ever was the center going against polar bears. That was not a good situation. He said
Nash.
They had several new offensive linemen. I just think right now when you start going across the board, it's just every team has some issue. There's a few that don't. You can say like you say, like right now, like Michigan.
I don't think they.
I don't know. They hardly have. They've been really clean. I think Ohio's. A lot of teams are this banged up, unfortunately. But they're at least the guys coming in. There's no part of like who's this. There's no name that comes up and says who's this.
Nebraska. I mean, they have lost 2 of their top 3 running backs and 4 of their top 5 receivers. That's quite a bit. No, that's quite a bit.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, the offensive line though. The offensive line though. I think it's okay for now. But Justin Evans Jenkins his life changed quite a bit now.
Yeah, it's different. It is. It's different. And then also, I would say for sure now when you go across the board and say, well, what if something happens now?
Uh-huh.
You're really thin.
Oh yeah.
Now you're
going to freshman.
Now you go. Now it's a different game. Now it's a really thin game.
Yeah, they do have. Okay, so they have the freshman Sam Sledge and Gunnar Gatula. Then they have the transfer from Utah, Tyler Knock. Canuck.
Yep, sorry.
I thought Rule said knock yesterday.
He said Canuck.
Did he say Canuck?
Yeah.
I don't know what he said.
Canuck. Is something like. Anyways, a Utah transfer. So, yeah, I mean they don't really want to have another wave here. But like Bill said, it's happening all over the country.
Well, you'd have to think I know we had this conversation off air, but one of the big things is when can we get Teddy back?
Mm-hmm.
That was the storyline.
He's back.
And so he's back and he's basically 100% healthy.
Yeah,
and he was deemed coming into the year as a must-have left tackle.
Absolutely.
Then he hurt his knee in, I think it was August 5th. And he's just been sort of on the mend. Got back to pretty close to full health. Didn't beat out Corcoran. And then Corcoran went down. So here's Teddy. Yeah.
So I think that has to give you a little bit of confidence. I was sure.
I think so
for Coach Raiola, and I'm sure Coach Raiola will do a great job having his unit ready to go.
I think so. And you're facing a Purdue defense. It's not great. I have not scouted Purdue, but I don't think they play great defense.
No, they have not played great defense. They give a lot of points to Syracuse, which is a good team, a solid team. and some other conference foes. Obviously, they've had some rough. They're 2-5 on the season.
What else from rules struck?
Well,
you, Jake?
regarding the injuries, he was asked, "Have you ever had this many injuries on one side of the ball before?" Here's Matt Rule.
Yeah, I've never had anything close to this. So, but you know what? We press on. There's no sadness in me. Like it's sadness for my guys. You know, I mean, I love those guys. You know, I couldn't have even thought of having another receiver go down. You know, but. And this is not from a football perspective. You know, when we walk out on the field on this coming Saturday, all but 2 guys will be underclassmen on the offense. So those guys are learning by fire. You know what I mean? And you know what? When given a chance, Malachi Coleman went and made a play. You know, when given a chance, Emmett Johnson went and made a play. When given a chance, Justin went out and played well. When given a chance, you know, Jalen Lloyd has made plays. When given a chance, so. We have enough players to win with, and we got guys who can help us. So we'll just have to continue to step up.
Jaden Doss will step into Kemp's starting role. Bill is acutely familiar with Jaden Doss. They've had to now. I mean, these young guys, redshirt talk is over. They're not going to redshirt. Malachi Coleman, Jalen Lloyd, now Jaden Doss. He'll start on Saturday. So they'll start. I don't know. They'll probably start Malachi, Jaden Doss, and Alex Bullock if they got 3 wide.
That's your receivers.
Yeah, the upside for like Jaden is he's extremely talented, and now he is getting all the reps.
Yes,
or we're getting
in practice.
In practice, that's a huge difference.
Yeah,
to having him ready to play. Sometimes you're really talented, you're young, but you're not getting the reps. Mm-hmm. That's a different time. There's just not as many times. You're always getting reps. You're always doing something. You're not just standing there.
Right.
But to build to know when you go out there, it's like, well, when are you going in? First play. It's not like, well, I have this special package for me, or I have this, or I have to be on alert. I'm ready to go.
Ready.
Like that. It's like, I'm ready. Like that. And when you're ready, well, I'll tell you what, when they say one offense, be ready. Because that's when you go out.
That's real.
Yeah.
Real. You know what was peculiar about yesterday, now that we're talking about it? No Sims talk. There was no question about the quarterback situation.
Well, when he started off talking about 3 offensive linemen being out, and then you already have receivers being hurt, I see why you forget that, even though it's a fair question to ask following Harbaugh's performance in that win against Northwestern. I think you lose, you know, what your importance of that situation is regarding the injury.
Well, yeah, and I
comparing to that,
it's probably just not a situation anymore. And by the way, Satterfield talks today, so we can ask him. But
I
don't know what would you even ask right now about Sims? I don't have a question.
How long is the leash?
I guess we didn't ask. I mean, we did not ask. Yeah, we didn't ask that. Again, that's
kind of the question: how long is the leash?
Yeah, how long is the leash for Harburg? That question kind of got lost in the injury talk too. There was defensive talk too. I don't know if you have any of that. I don't know what you think about these numbers. They're fifth in the country in yards allowed per rush. Nebraska 2.55, fifth nationally. They are 16th nationally in average yards per play allowed. That's 4.68. I don't know what you think because they're not playing much. You know, it's hard to just disregard the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I think you look at both. It's like you have to take both things into account.
Okay,
that their opponent that they're playing. If you just look at the numbers and the rest of their opponents, our numbers are not good. But yet they're also playing well. So it's easy to play someone not very good and not play well. And all of a sudden they get out and they get an extra 100 yards that they're not supposed to. You just don't see that. You know, I mean, there was a
good point.
There was a breakout play on a run. You know, that could have been
Anthony Tyus.
It could have been a big run, but
he was running a quicksand.
But it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a lot of fleet of foot at that time. But the dual thing going on is that they are playing very good defense and they're taking advantage of what they have right now.
Good point.
Taking advantage of what's going on, because it was pretty easy to see in that game that Northwestern is extremely struggling up front and at quarterback, and maybe besides one receiver, that was all that they had. So it'd be like if you're talking, you didn't look at that and go, who would, if you had to play Northwestern again, you're like, could we please, you know, have to play them 100 times in a row? There wasn't anybody you go, oh man, what are we going to do against these guys?
No, not really.
And there's no one coming up. I say, and you're actually going to play worse teams. Iowa's worse.
Offensively. Yeah.
Offensively is a worse team than what they are.
Yeah. That's probably the worst one left. Yeah. I heard one commentator this morning say Nebraska has the best defense in the West, which wow. I don't
In the West,
Yeah.
maybe by numbers, I'm sure I would argue that.
Right.
I'm sure they would.
Who else?
But
Would there anybody else argue it?
Minnesota. I mean, they
play good defense.
I mean, they held Iowa to 2 yards in the second
Would
half.
Wisconsin argue it?
Yeah, that. No. Wisconsin's not even close to those two.
They're not.
No, not
Not
even
this
close.
year.
So Nebraska has a better defense than Wisconsin.
Absolutely. And Wisconsin,
Maybe not Iowa though.
Maybe Iowa would have to be in the equation. I'm sure if you're having conversation, for the things that they do, because even as if
They would be.
you look at this one, here's why I always look at a team and how they're performing is that a team like Iowa is getting even way less help than what Nebraska is getting. Nebraska is doing a better job offensively, which helps them on
Iowa.
defense
Yeah.
than Iowa. When Iowa's not getting 8, I mean, when you're going 6 in a row, 3 and outs. I mean, just like it's like what are we doing?
And 127 yards.
Yes, 120 total.
And he almost won the game still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
127.
Should have won the game.
Yeah.
Well, no, they didn't get screwed though.
They didn't.
They
Reviewed
did.
it.
I'm not going to say that.
Well, again, they called it on the field though a touchdown. That's why I say it was the correct call to overturn it, but they
you're right.
called a touchdown on the field.
It's interesting now that we're thinking about it. It's maybe the best. You could make a case for Nebraska being the best defense. In the
Absolutely.
West. Make a case.
From the text line, Denny in Omaha has a question at 464-5.
So you're reading the text line.
I'm
This is
reading
new.
it. Yeah,
This
that's
is
right.
hey, wait a second.
Yeah.
This is fairly amazing.
This is fairly amazing.
Denny says this. I got a question. I know the injuries suck, but what about the team and future upside? We know that it gives younger players a chance at experience, but what about recruits? Do recruits see this all as Rule doing what he says and gives younger players opportunities? Next man up is more than lip service. Please chime in. From Denny.
Please chime in, Bill.
Well, next man up, you can't say it's more than lip service. There's no other option. You're not going to play with 9. You're not going to play with 9. So there's no other option than that. So the next man up is
Somebody's got to
that.
play.
What you look at is if you see there's opportunity with young players, do they get they get a few spot plays here and there? You could look at Lloyd, the receiver, correct?
Jalen.
Did
Yes.
he run a reverse against Wisconsin? I mean against Minnesota.
Minnesota.
First game.
So those are the things you look at if I'm looking at, hey, do they give people a chance or an opportunity to be able to play or to have their chance? At the same time, you have to earn your chance. That whole thing about I want to play. That's great. Practice like you want to play. So you have to also do your part.
Absolutely.
Instead of just be given like, well, yeah, we said he's going to give him some shots, but he doesn't earn the right to get a shot. That's not correct. And no one would do that as a coach.
100. Seriously, 100. And then there's guys, I'll tell you what, there's guys on defense that they're dudes. I mean, now you're seeing Princewell.
Uman Mielen. He's been awesome.
7 tackles on Saturday. Cam Lenhart he's fully healthy. He's a dude. He can play. And Van Poppel's been excellent. I don't know if Van Poppel did much on Saturday, but
He's been solid this year in general.
Yeah.
In general, yeah.
yeah, those are 3 young guys.
I don't remember him on Saturday.
I don't either.
But I don't remember that as much. But I didn't see that. And then I don't remember seeing Blaze Gunderson as much.
He's been playing. He's been playing now.
But we saw James Williams for the first time ever.
Right. Rule did say Gunderson has played well the last 2 weeks.
I didn't notice him as much.
Right.
But I also could have just missed that.
Right.
I mean, it was.
You can miss it.
I don't watch. I don't look at if I'm flipping around and watching games. I'm watching Nebraska. I don't just go through their roster every play. I'm not looking down like, hey, who's in the game for him?
I mean, I something Rule said yesterday struck me, and I had to ask him. He said that Ty Robinson.
I got that. Yep.
He said that Ty Robinson was dominant. I hope I didn't come off as I don't know, come off bad in this.
I've got the quote. You want me to play it?
Well, hold on. I
Sip on
want to set
air?
it up. No, I don't think so. Ty Robinson, he said, was dominant against Northwestern. Robinson had only 1 tackle. And so I was just trying to say, okay, he only had 1 tackle. How was he dominant?
I mean, other guys sometimes get sacks because he runs up the field, makes the quarterback run for his life. I mean, on the last sack of the game, he beats the guy one-on-one. He was absolutely dominant in my mind. By far Ty's best game. The type of game that, that moves you up a couple rounds in the draft. I thought he looked excellent. I always go back to the tape, not the stat line. Like at the end of the game, I'm always when I'm walking out of the media room and I see Nash there, I'm like, they picked you, huh? And he's like, yeah, you had 2.5 sacks. I can't even tell that sometimes during the game, right, what's happening. But when I watch the tape, I just think Ty hit his stride, and that doesn't mean that. I mean, they're both hitting their stride, and then Cam comes in, and then Jamari's playing well, but Yeah, I think Ty's someone that the other team has to take account of when he plays.
Yeah, I know. So I wasn't questioning anything. I just wanted him to paint a picture of how you can dominate a game and only have one tackle. It happens though. I guess up front, right?
Yeah, usually, especially at a spot like as productive as Nash was.
Yeah.
A lot of times the nose doesn't have a lot of numbers, but they have a lot of effect on the game. So that what he's saying is that knockback or the internal pressure, the push of the pocket, the run game, the disruption, the run game can allow for somebody else to build that makes the play, and so so the dominance can be that to be able to show up that way.
They're way better up front than I thought they'd be. I mean, I didn't remember all summer. I don't know if they got enough up front.
Let me ask you a question.
I used to say that all the time. What?
Had you ever heard of James Williams before Saturday?
No.
James Williams. I didn't know that.
I'm not going to sit here and lie.
He had a sack.
I had no idea.
He had a sack.
He was on the scout team last week. He came from Iowa Central, not Iowa Western. I think I tweeted Iowa Western because it was in some media part, one of the pieces of media material they said Iowa Western.
What high school is he from?
He's Parkview, Missouri. And he wasn't recruited. He basically unrecruited. Then he was a late bloomer. So he had a good senior season, nothing before that. Unrecruited, then had great issues. So that's how he ended up at Iowa Central. Then walked on here, didn't join the program till July. So he's come a long way fast. Jake, I had no idea. People kept saying James Williams. I'm like, I don't even know who James Williams is.
I'm in the stands. I'm like, who is this Jay
no
Williams?
James Williams.
He gets a sack. I'm like, oh, okay.
It looked good. Yeah,
I think I should know this guy, but I didn't know who he was. That's awesome.
Scout team last week.
Good story.
Yeah. Yeah, he fires off the edge pretty good. 6'5", 235.
We might get some more rural audio as the show goes on. But when we come back, update at Michigan in the sign stealing situation.
Oh boy.
Oh my. We'll discuss that next at an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors, Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their open mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico!
Relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this fall. Check out their large variety of tennis shoes and dress shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln, or check out their options online at brownshoefitco.com.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their pumpkin chai cream cheese, great with any bagel. Or have a pumpkin chocolate chip muffin. And of course, an apple pie dirty chai latte. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken dips. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we got an update at Michigan on sign stealing. What do we call this? Steelgate? Well, there's always a gate on something.
Spygate.
Right? Spygate? We've already had Spygate.
I know. No, we're calling this Steelgate. Steelgate. Maybe. I don't know what we're calling it. Yeah, we had Spygate in 2007.
We did.
Patriots.
Yes.
So, and that was sign stealing. But that was...
Well, if it's accurate, they filmed the walkthrough of the Super Bowl of the opponent team. If that's
doesn't
accurate,
bother me.
That's a lot. That would bother me. That would be a immensely bother me. That would.
As a fan, it doesn't bother me.
Yes.
If I was a coach of the other team, it would bother me.
The coach of the other team, I'd be like, okay, this is kind of a big deal. If we happen to know their first 12 plays of the game, that might be a big deal. Or any trick plays they might run out of a certain formation.
There's a certain part of it, though, I think is kind of humorous.
So the update from yesterday per Pete Thamel and Mark Schlabach.
Great story, by the way.
ESPN. I'll read a part of this. This is Connor Stallions, the suspended Michigan staffer at the center of the NCAA sign-stealing probe, purchased tickets in his own name for more than 30 games over the past 3 years at 11 different Big Ten schools. Sources at 11 different league schools told ESPN. From those schools, they all said that.
Jim had no knowledge of it.
Do you think at some point in time that Jim's like, you used your own name?
He used his own name.
And we shouldn't
Hey,
just...
Stallions, real quick, come in here. You used your own name?
Every time
There's a lot that's funny about it. Imagine Ward Manuel, the AD, and Jim right now. I mean, like, what would you say when you come across Jim Hey, Jim, what's going on?
Because this has a hard time falling back on that there's absolutely nothing. Actually, there's nothing. There's something.
There's something.
So a couple things.
100.
From now on, does everything change if someone steals a sign or does something like that as that, hey, you're a stallion.
What a stallion
you're
you
a
are.
Stallion you are, because you're the name is incredible. Connor Stallion.
And here's Connor's
real, does it?
Yeah.
Stallions identifies himself on LinkedIn. Well, I scrubbed it, but he used to.
I love that part. Scrubbed it like we're on CSI.
He is a former captain in the Marine Corps who boasted on LinkedIn of his knack for identifying and exploiting critical vulnerabilities and centers of gravity in the opponent scouting process. What the hell? And Jim knew nothing about anything.
I would know.
He knew nothing.
I would have no idea.
What is this guy just acting on his own? I'll just go out and buy these things.
It'd be different if you're acting. If you were acting on your own,
I'm heading out on the road, guys.
You're acting on your own, and then you came back. You had all this information, but you didn't work in the office. You weren't standing by him on the sidelines. They have all these photos of him standing there, on the sidelines.
Well, they have photos of him in the stands too. Oh, well, yes. I'm sorry, Stallion standing on the sidelines.
Yeah, next to Jim. And also, let's just say what it is. The photography or whatever that the memes whatever they have are incredible.
They're great.
They're some of the funniest things you've ever seen in your life.
like
the one of what one had the giant camera in front of Jim.
The one of the FBI taking him away.
This is more from ESPN's article. They said sources confirmed to ESPN that Stallions purchased tickets on both sides of the stadium across from each bench for Ohio State's game with Penn State on Saturday.
I love this one.
Michigan plays
tickets went unused.
Yeah. And
hey, be cool here. Let's not sit in those seats.
Yeah, according to sources, the tickets purchased by Stallions were not used, as Bill said on Saturday.
What if they found out that Stallions was at Ohio State and he scalped both sets of tickets? Hey, I can't use these. I got 2 tickets.
I got to
on the
be
50.
here still. I just can't use those tickets.
I have to get somebody else's ticket.
They're so busted. They broke the rules. I mean, they broke the rules, so I don't want to diminish it too much. It just doesn't.
But what's the punishment here? What could potentially happen is the question you have to ask.
It's unprecedented. The interesting thing about this is unprecedented in college football. It's never happened.
There's 2 things something that come up there is so big. Okay, so right now, if this is West Virginia, it's a story, but it's not a story because the team is nowhere going to be involved in the playoffs or a Big Ten championship. You have a team right now that everyone on paper looks at and goes, they can easily win it all. They're that good. They have every spot. They have the quarterback. They have every spot to win it all. If it was a team that was going to be 7-5, there's it's a story. You're going to get punished. It goes away. It's not even talked about more than a day.
I think so.
Now it's like what do you do now? What do you do now with the? Do you imagine if you had to all of a sudden this team is suspended or something, or at the same time they're so gifted at this point. If they had no knowledge of the opponent's team, what would their record be?
It'd be the same.
It'd be the same. So right now, if some of this was going on, if I'm a player and some reason I have to give up the opportunity because of this, I would be out of my mind.
So pissed.
I'd be out of my mind. If I'm Blake Corman, I'm like, whoa. We're doing something that's going to cost me an opportunity to play in these games.
Bill, I don't think it'll come to that. And I don't think it can happen that fast.
Well, there'll be a lot of pushback. They'll try everything not to do that if they can. Be like, hold it. This is so big.
This is what I wonder about you. If where I would. So we're joking about it and we're making light of it, but there are some serious elements to it. You just identified one. Another would be if I were an assistant on Jim's staff, I'd be pissed right now. Like we're really gonna. Yeah. This is what's gonna take us down.
I'd be too.
Yeah. Jim, who cares if you're Jim Harbaugh? You got $1 zillion. You're probably going off to the NFL where you want to be anyway. But assistant coaches and players, I'd be pissed.
It's like anyone else. It's the same thing at Michigan State. It's the same thing at Northwestern. When I talk to, one of my best friends in coaching at Northwestern, he just knows in 4 weeks, he's been there for he's coached there 14 years of his life. He's been there the last 8 or 9 years. In 4 weeks, he just packs up all his stuff.
It's all blown up. It's all blown up
like that. And other people have their money, and the assistant coaches are the ones that take the shot.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm talking about with Jim Harbaugh. Jim's not going to suffer because of this. He can act like it's not happening and go win a national title maybe and then head off to the NFL. But his assistants.
How hard do you put away your feelings? How hard if you're the NCAA? You say, okay, we got to be so cautious here. When the NCAA in Michigan and Jim Harbaugh are at 100% war.
Yeah.
They're at war. Yeah. They went through the whole they did not agree whatsoever with the 4-game suspension. They did the self-imposed, meaning that more stuff is coming.
Yep.
And so they kind of backed off a little bit. So right now, I can't imagine in the NCAA, and then all the other stuff was always like, yeah, I don't recall.
So he said he doesn't recall on that.
On the first things where Jim was, I
don't recall. visits by recruits.
Yeah, don't recall.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, so here's what Jim's saying. Here's what Jim said after Michigan's 49-0 win over Michigan State. There's been attempts to diminish the team in a lot of ways, starting with the easy schedule. They just play. He did say, I do not have any knowledge or information regarding the University of Michigan football program illegally stealing signals, nor have I directed any staff member or others to participate in an off-campus scouting assignment. Is that is it possible that he's telling the truth there?
Everything's possible.
Could somebody else have told Connor Stallions, all right, we kind of want you to devote your life to stealing signals? Now, wouldn't Jim know? Wouldn't he know what's going on?
I would have to think most places would be if I'm Harbaugh at this point in time, and I do not know what's going on. I can't imagine how I would lose my mind if all of a sudden it's like I had no idea, but you guys were directing this guy to do this,
and he's working for me.
And he's standing right next to me, and this was going on, and I didn't know.
Right.
I mean, that would be mind blowing.
Yeah.
Just remember, it always comes back to one thing though. Institutional control.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's in charge.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in charge.
You're the
guy in charge.
Honcho,
so if you just keep claiming I didn't know, it's your job to hire people that did know.
Oh, and it is his job to know. By the way,
it's his job to know.
You're the head man.
Yeah.
And so
it's back to you.
So who'd you hire that allowed this? Would be something that would come up.
The sentence in the ESPN story that you referred to yesterday, Bill, that struck me is it says there's no precedent to indicate what any potential punishment would be for Jim Harbaugh, as the NCAA enforcement has never seen a case of this scope in signal stealing. No precedent. I've never seen anything like that.
You're not going to hear any statements aloud. I mean, out loud, in my opinion, from other coaches or other administration. I think they're going to be like, that's your job. You guys handle it. No one's going to all of a sudden make this grandstand. I don't see all of a sudden. I don't see Penn State head coach and AD.
That's why we lost to Michigan.
I don't see anyone saying a word. I don't see him saying a word of anything of that nature. But it's kind of the same thing going on. Imagine when this thing went down with Northwestern at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing was like, oh my Lord, what's going on in my program? Did I miss something? And within 20 minutes, there were team meetings. There were things going on to happen. That's the same thing right now. Is there anything going on in our program that could ever come out on us?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that, but
no, I got you.
But every head coach is having a closed door meeting with his, and just say, please, Lord, don't let there be anything going on in my place.
The other question would be: is this happening in other places? Is it possible that there's other Connor Stallions running around out there buying tickets
certainly
on both sides of stadiums so you can see both sidelines? I mean,
is it possible? Yes, it's possible.
I almost wouldn't be surprised because of all the money involved.
I would be shocked if there wasn't. They said there's one of 133. I'd be shocked if there wasn't some sort of. Now, the level of numerous games you went into. I don't think there's anybody that doesn't have some form of what's going on the sideline of an opponent during a game. I don't think there's any. We'd play games that, hey, so and so. Just you always be like, okay, you had to be pretty elaborate in your signals or what you were doing or how you would change. Sometimes you'd be, hey, do we wristband it this game? Do we do so? How do you change for it? Even back when I was a GA on certain calls on certain defenses, it was anything to the head. So it could be this is 11 robber, this is 11 robber, this is 11 robber. Anything to the head was the same signals. You could do whatever you wanted like that. So you could have your different looks,
Oh.
and everybody knew. Okay, if it was shoulders, anything with the shoulder, 1 tap, 2 tap, whatever, that was all the same. So there's ways to get around, those things. But you knew you better have a changeup.
Mhm.
So we signaled back in 1990,
Right.
like that. You changed up your signals.
Right.
It was never kind of like, oh, they're looking over here. Yeah.
This is very odd.
What did you expect?
This is a very odd. This is a very Jim Harbaugh story. I mean, he's so odd.
But I can't imagine right now the storyline going just today. It's a Tuesday, heavy work day.
Yep.
And you're coming in to the office, and your players are coming in, and can you imagine the number of texts that, let's just say, that JJ McCarthy received about this?
Yeah.
From all of his friends, his high school buddies,
Making fun of it.
whatever. Yeah, just something like what's
It's
going
kind of
on?
funny in a way.
Like what's going on and how they doing this? And I mean, they're getting hundreds of messages. I can't imagine those guys they're all on Twitter and stuff. And there's people, I'm sure they have to probably shut their accounts down because of Ohio State fans blasting them, Penn State fans blasting them, whatever it is. It would just be, the distraction would be monumental.
Well, and you wonder if that's what is going on here. If someone said,
Now,
this is how we're going to get
If
it.
someone can walk in and just and talk to the team and just say, everyone, I know there is a murmur out there about what's going on, just so everyone knows, 100% no chance it affects this team or affects us in our playoff run. It can't happen. Then they kind of drop it and move on pretty quick.
Can they?
But in the back of your mind, if you're coming in going like, could something happen to us?
I know that would, yeah.
Something that would bother me.
How could you not think that?
Could something happen to us in this spot? Could this be something?
I don't know if the NCAA could possibly move that fast on this, where they would finish the investigation and then issue a punishment before the end of the season. That would be unprecedented.
Yeah, that'd be unprecedented.
Yeah, I don't think they can move that quickly.
I don't believe so either. But there is in a kid's mind right now.
Yeah,
that'd be in my mind as an assistant coach. I'd be like, and I'd be going like, what the heck am I going to do for a job?
There you go. There's where it's a distraction.
Also, you were on that staff.
All right. See, everybody's
you get tagged right away.
Yeah, casual. People are casual about Harbaugh. Well, this is the final thing. This is the final straw. He's going to the NFL. Okay, that's great. That's great for Jim. Mm-hmm. He's probably going to have that option. But again, the assistant coaches, and there's a lot of them there. Yeah. I mean, there's not just 9.
Yeah.
There's probably 25. That are affected.
So yeah, we will see what the fallout is and how we hear a fallout at Michigan. But you got to
fascinating.
This is the team that's number 2 in the country right now.
Tomorrow morning, remember we talked about it with Northwestern. We said wait till the show tomorrow because remember how it was always there was more.
Yep.
Oh God,
there was more. We said that went on for what 2 weeks?
Yeah,
that was quite a while.
Several weeks of there's more. There's more. This will be one this will not all of a sudden 2 days from now be like we'll wait for a few months to see what happens. I think it's going to be there's going to be unbelievable. And then so they will name the seats. Then there's going to be someone they're going to be contacted that sat in the seats right next to him. You're going to be like,
what was going on in those seats?
Yeah, there was you know what? That's crazy. There was a dude sitting next to me that was doing this and
just
that.
holding up his phone.
Yeah,
they said he held up his phone the whole game. Yeah. It's so ridiculous.
We'll keep posting that.
But what's funny is because this whole thing is about counterintelligence or that, and you're holding your phone up when you know the security
could have done it.
When you know Leighton could have from house vendors. From house. You know what? That's what's dumb. They could have hired house vendors to do this. Come on, it could have been under the radar. Right. They're cleaning gutters in Indiana, and yet they're going to the game too. House vendors.
Bill's Thrills and Song of the Day next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their pumpkin chai cream cheese, great with any bagel. Or have a pumpkin chocolate chip muffin. And of course, an apple pie dirty chai latte. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group are Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check.
Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Fuhrer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico,
relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite Tailored Light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com. Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
but you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
today from 1980. Train in Vain by The Clash. 464-568-5. 1 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day. Sip.
Would have liked to hear Rock the Casbah.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I was just going to say Rock the Casbah would be like a 14. Yes.
That would have freaked me right out.
That would have been
Rock the
Casbah.
That Harbaugh would have liked.
You ever see the commercials like Lock
the Casbah?
There was a commercial. It was like Lock the Cash Box one time with that song. Lock the Cash Box.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that was fine. I think you've played it before. So I'll make this quick.
That's a repeat.
That's very interesting. If I did, that's a long
That's very
time
interesting
ago.
if that's a repeat song. I don't know how that one gets played twice. That's a wow.
Fine. It's fine. It's a fine song. It is. I like it. It's fine. It's good. It's a 5.226.
I saw you bob in your head.
I like it. Jake, I like the song. I just like Rock the Casbah better. Do you know the song London Calling?
I know London Calling. I know the Clash very well. Okay. They're in the Rock and Roll Hall. They are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I don't know the song London Calling, or do I?
But Huey Lewis in the News isn't?
The Clash is in.
The Clash is in?
It's a joke.
And Huey Lewis
Embarrassment, Rick Heyman. Rick, get on
Rick
this.
doesn't determine it.
It's all on you, Heyman.
It's on you, Heyman. Yes. I'm not turning the song off. I'm not turning the song off. I like the beat. I knew the words.
Okay.
It's very bubblegumish. It's very mall background music.
It is.
That's the way you
mall background.
It's a great
mall
description.
background music. That it's a 5.8642.
Okay.
I got no problem with that rating. I think it's proper. Josh was really rocking out over here, so I got to think a 7.6 for him.
Mm-hmm. I'll go there.
6.9.
Ooh, 6.9.
7.4. Very groovy, but too poppy, as you guys said.
Yeah.
Too poppy, too bubblegummy.
It's fine. It's a good song. I don't turn it off either.
Yeah, I wouldn't turn it off.
Before some,
Rock the Casbah.
Rock the Casbah.
Before some ratings, hang on real quick.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Rock the Casbah is a good song. It is. London Calling's also very good.
Tell me that Corey's on the line today.
Okay, let's get some ratings and we'll get to Bill's Thrills. Okay, we got Ryan in California. By the way, he's in Valley Springs. It's by Sacramento. So that's I asked him.
Are you familiar with that area, Bill?
Yeah, absolutely. The area between south of Sacramento down to through the whole Delta area, the San Joaquin Delta area.
San Joaquin Delta?
If you went south to, I'm trying to think of the name of the town, it's Stockton. From Sacramento to Stockton, the fog that can set in, and it's incredible. And you can't see. That's where I hit something. I was driving back from a recruiting visit from Stockton back to Sacramento, and I hit something the size of a pop machine. It had to be. It was unbelievable. Like,
do you know what it was?
Tore the entire bottom off my car, and I just pull up into the the car rental place the next day. Like, I don't know.
I'm sorry, man.
I don't know. There's nothing there. There's nothing. It's like everything's gone. It was in
coming.
Yeah.
Stockton, California.
Yes.
Harper and Henley's dad is 6. John in Southeast Lincoln 8.8. Jake and Hickman 5.1. Ryan in Delaware a 6 on the text line. Ellis in Illinois an 8. Jennifer 7.2. Hubby 5.8 from Novotny Nutrition and Wellness.
What were they in the household?
7.2. Jennifer. Hubby 5.8.
Mild disagreement in the household.
Who in Columbus, Bill?
Bird
7. That's high from
Ooh,
Bird.
Bird like that.
Tyson like that.
Where's Corey?
I'm looking. Pops in Minnesota a 7. Let's see. Is Corey on the text line? I see Nyla says, what was that? A 1. Ouch.
Nyla.
Nyla coming with a 1.
I don't see Corey. I see John in Des Moines. You got a guess there?
John, I don't think he liked it. I say 5.
4. So very close. You good job.
I'm glad John's with us.
I don't see Corey.
John, I'm glad John's with us.
Don't see Corey. So there you go.
It always feels a little. It doesn't feel quite right when Corey's not with us. Where are you, Corey?
Before we get to Bill's Thrills, Headhunter says, Bill, it sounds like Coach just solved a cold case in Stockton, California. He solved a cold case.
San Joaquin Valley.
Just solved it unresolved. Oh God. I hope not. I hope it's just a
there was no lives lost.
Okay,
Just there's no lives lost, but there was it was quite a situation.
I don't know what happened here to the rental car place. All right, it is time for Bill's Thrills Bugaboo Tuesday. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
This is gonna be bonanza.
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advice.
Oh, boy. We love Bugaboo Tuesday.
Oh, God.
On
Things that
Bill's
bother me.
Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs of Lincoln, the cash cows of Lincoln. And, Bill, the floor is yours. What the heck is bothering you today?
This change in how things are done has potentially wrecked the world.
Uh-oh.
It's that big.
Look at Tip's face.
It's that big.
He perked up there.
Of how this is done and what life used to be like in better times.
Oh,
So
okay.
my
Are we
bug-
going backward?
We're going to go to better times. We're gonna go to better times.
shocked.
I know the listeners are probably, what are we doing here?
I'm stunned.
So my bugaboo, Bill's Thrills,
Yes.
is movie magic. The lost process of the pursuit of seismic cinema.
Ooh,
How it
seismic.
all started. There'd be live TV commercials you watched for the trailers, and you were excited. You'd be like so pumped, like Star Wars
100.
or whatever's coming. You would see it, and you were like so pumped, when it's coming. But today's process of the excitement versus, the process what it used to be versus today's yawner, the obtaining of the tickets. You had to get in line. You'd pull up, be like, "There's a line. First right away. There's a line. There's a line. What do we do? There's a line." And then also there'd be numerous good shows. So you get in line, you'd be listening to people in front of you. What'd they pick? What'd they take? What did they get? Star Wars? We're not going to Star Wars. That's like, we're cool. We're good. But there was a line. The panic would ensue. Today, to get your tickets, you just get them online.
Mm.
You just go online.
Yep.
Just get your tickets. Just get online like that.
Yep.
The all important hard ticket too. You got the hard ticket.
So true.
You had to get the hard ticket.
Not on your phone.
Not on your phone.
Not on your damn
Not
phone.
on your damn phone. You had a hard ticket, and you had to give it to the checker. You had to give it to someone.
Laura's
to check
got to
in.
take it on
And
her
they would
phone.
tell you, "Hey, it's down." And they'd tell you, "Hey, it's just down the deal. It's on. You're in B3. You're in B3 with what's going on." The concession stand, it was incredible. It's popcorn, soda, maybe Junior Mints. That's it. That's it. That's it. What do you guys want? You want popcorn? You want soda? Maybe Junior Mint. That was it. That's it. Today's like it's a cocktail lounge. You have a waitress.
Yeah, pizza.
You want a drink? You want pizza?
Yeah, pizza.
I'll say,
Just
give me a
$20 pizza.
Grab me a Philly cheesesteak quick and fries.
Yeah, it's $40.
You want a hot fudge sundae? Well, here's what it is. Cost for the family back in the day was $24. Now it's $2.60.
It's an ungodly. Date night is $100 no matter what.
Do you have $400 to go to the movies?
Right.
That's what it is.
Half the rent for the month.
It was so theater. But the ultimate thrill was when you walked in and you took the corner and you had to eye the layout. Where are you going to sit? Where are you going to sit? It's incredible to figure out because all of a sudden then you might be three people,
happened?
5 people. Then you'd have to remember sometimes, hey, buddy, could you and your girlfriends bump down too so we can slide in like that? Not now. You know why? You just pick your seats online. So you already know what your seats are. You already have
I'm not going back.
You have pre-assigned seats.
Sealed. I'm not going back.
It's crap. Is what it is.
I'm not going back.
Done with
I'm
the
done with
theater
it
forever.
Yeah.
Bill just sealed it.
If you've ever sat in the front row of a movie, and I have, like in the 70s, where you're inverted and you're looking straight up and you're inverted because that's all that's left. That's all that's, and you take them. Hey, we got 6 up front, and you watch the whole movie. You watch the whole movie inverted. And it's incredible. Now people are going like, I won't even get those tickets. I don't want them. I won't sign up for those.
Never going back.
Yeah. I said no rush is awful.
God, that is
this
poetry.
is great.
Bill's bugaboos.
This is a great bugaboo.
The change
That's one of the best
in
bugaboos
cinema
ever.
theater and how it's looked at and how it. Like I said, I can still to this day the excitement of coming around the corner to see where you're going to sit.
There.
Where do you think we're going to go? I don't know.
It's not there.
There's 4 right there.
There's
4 right there. I don't know if I want to go there. There's only 3. Well, can we bump the guys down a little bit?
Yeah.
No, you don't bump anybody down. You know why? It's like no, I'm not moving. I paid for these seats.
You know what you just did? You verbalized it, what I had all that in my mind, but you verbalized it perfectly why I don't go to the movies.
Yeah.
All of this.
It's all changed too much.
Oh,
for you.
yeah.
You can't take it anymore.
It's just
Now
ridiculous.
you just pull up and get out of your car and walk into the movie because you already have everything
and
on your phone.
$150 no matter
Pay
what.
$150.
If you're on a date, it's $100 no matter what.
No
You're
matter
paying
what.
$100.
Yeah.
Some response here before we get out of here.
Does anyone agree?
Oh yeah. Nyla says, I think Bill just misses the chaos of everything.
I don't know.
do, man. It's nostalgia. It's just when you got in the car to go to the movies, it's a big deal. I remember when I went to see Top Gun. Barely made it in.
Right.
That barely made it in to get a spot in the original Top Gun when it was
I
rolling.
don't think it was chaos. It was.
You had to go early and stuff to get to get there. It was just, but the chaos was
cooler.
It was just cooler. Just you're in line, you get your tickets, and we got a guy in a mask over here. That's a concerning thing right there.
Oh,
yeah, right there.
yeah.
That's got to be Farley.
That's Farley.
That's Farley.
Farley.
Yeah,
That is freaking me out a little bit.
Look at Farley. Look at Farley.
Jason Voorhees out there.
That was,
the hockey
that
mask.
was odd for a second.
That was a little
What else
scary.
did that line say?
Yeah.
Jake?
What else? What else?
Sean says, love it, Bill. How about the excitement of seeing a movie poster for a movie coming 10 months later?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All that stuff is exciting.
You might see that now, but
Bolt says now you have recliners at the movies.
Everything
freaks me out. I can't get in them. I can't get out of them. I can't get in them.
Everything about it. Before it's like nobody's had these seats, and sitting in the front row was amazing. Inverted.
Someone says this, and we'll address this at the top of the hour. Says, I could not afford date nights, but then I called Steve Schindler. Now we're all set.
See, it all makes sense.
See, Schindler.
Schindler does
fixed everything.
He fixes everything.
That's Scott in Lake Coronas, Minnesota. He's working with Steve Schindler. And
cinema loans.
Last one here, and we'll move on. Les Lancaster says, you know who could help you pick out a good seat? Connor Stallions.
Connor Stallions could help you do that. Yes, he could. I just still go back to the days.
God
it was
bless
just
you.
so great
God bless you.
pulling up to the theater, and you, right away you'd say, "There's a line." You see the line. There's a line. There'll be 20
Now
feet.
you're on your phone.
Yeah, you're on your phone. As a matter of fact, you can get this. You can get out of your car and walk directly into your seat. You can go right. You can just boom. You can flash your phone for the ticket.
I'm 57. I might have been to the theater for the last time.
Zip is done with the theater. It's all over. That's Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors, the ATMs of Lincoln.
ATMs.
Top hour 2 next.
If you want to go to movies, get a hold of these guys. They're the only ones that can afford it.
That's right. Hour 2 next. An early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down, but don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf. If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
It's football season in Nebraska, and that means coaches are busy making game plans. I'm Eric Hagan with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we understand no two cases are the same. Whether facing a DUI, criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. Liberty Law's relentless trial attorneys serve all of Nebraska. To learn more, visit libertylawnebraska.com. That's libertylawnebraska.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their open mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln is kicking off October with Can-Am side-by-side specials all month long. Are you ready to rule the terrain on a 2023 Can-Am Defender, Commander, or Maverick? You call a play and score big with rebates up to $1,500 or financing as low as 1.99% for 36 months. From an open road to the trails, there's a Can-Am side-by-side that's right for you, and Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has them all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer ends October 31st, 2023. Certain conditions apply. See dealer for details.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this fall. Check out their large variety of tennis shoes and dress shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln, or check out their options online at brownshoefitco.com.
Lane's Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Always nice to see Terrell Farley. He joined us in the studio during the break and had a Jason Voorhees mask on from Friday the 13th. That's
I wonder where he got that.
He said he got it for 97 cents at Walmart. That's a pretty good price for that.
Really
That's
good price.
pretty good price.
Yeah, you can't find hardly anything for 97 cents.
Nope. Hour 2 on the program brought to you by Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming to 70th and Pioneers by early 2024. And Steve Schindler's special today is what, Bill?
Well, they're all obviously very busy. They had a great response to the small engine repair in Briggs & Stratton, certified Steve. But today they have a great setup also. And this is for how to make people safe, is that it's opening pheasant season on Saturday. So they're having a youth hunter safety course.
That's good.
A youth hunter safety course will take place from 10:30 to 11:30 and from 2:30 to 3:30. And so they're going to have, they'll have a presentation. They'll talk about gun safety, proper identification of birds, how to walk through fields safely, all protection, what to wear the right gear, the orange protective gear.
Good idea.
All those things will be mentioned.
So the kids can get out of school for this.
The kids will get out of school for this. They had to have a note from their parents if they could go to hunter safety, and they're expecting over 70 kids. They're expecting
That's a pretty good number.
over 70 kids. Yes,
That's a good number.
And is Schindler leading this? Is he the one instructing?
He leads the whole thing. He's the lead instructor.
Shin Daddy.
Yes, Shin Daddy. They thought about bringing like a game in parks or a game warden in, and they
understandable.
They said why? Schindler will do it. So Schindler, he's
like,
certified.
Will he wear his gear?
He'll wear his gear. Yes, it'll be just like he's in the field. It'll look just like he's in the field. Yes.
And then he'll go back into his office and crunch some numbers.
Do some
in
loans.
the same attire though.
In the same attire. He will stay in his
some
hunting. Yes, do some loans.
Give me an hour. I get some loans real quick.
And I'll come back and do my hunter safety.
Do some loans.
He's making an incredible amount of money for Midwest Bank, and then also he's keeping people safe. He's pottery.
That's amazing. The thing I would like to see is some examples of the pottery in the bank. I hope people bring.
I will reach out to Steve on that to see if some of the things were donated back to the bank.
It could be decor.
Yeah, like I said, all the ashtrays went out the door.
I get that, but somebody surely made a vase and thought of Steve and said, "This
I would
look
hope
good."
I will check that.
You would think maybe. I'd be consider.
Yes, anyway, so today is hunter safety.
Yesterday was small engine repair.
Small engine repair was yesterday.
Today is hunter safety.
It's off to a good start this week. This is good.
It's. I mean, and this is all in the context of him having a screw in his head 2 days ago.
I got 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah, he had it was it was really deep into the head
in
too.
The forehead area.
In the forehead, right like that. It's kind of, you ever see that show The Hangover? In the face. When he takes the shot to that, that's kind of what happened to Schindler. Yeah, when he gets tasered, that's kind of what happened to Schindler. He got tasered in the face.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie. It's an all-time movie.
Yeah, it's
well, this is fun. Yeah. This is fun. I'm always tempted to go up there. I'm kind of busy, but
it's worth your stop.
Is there a chance of another pickleball tournament anytime soon?
Is he going to get enter?
I'd like to know.
There is that's once a month that they do.
Once a month, okay.
And Schindler plays with his shirt untucked. Yes, he also sets
gets
the
sweaty.
It's sweaty, and then goes and does loans.
Yeah, he gets all sweaty. Come on, Shin Daddy.
Shin Daddy.
It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
The guy has endless energy. I tell you that much.
Yeah, this will be a fun day up there in Creighton.
It will be. Bill, you had some things that you said were bothering you. Not bugaboos, things we did not address from
in college football, guys.
Mm-hmm. I think this is great. What was bothering you?
How you guys see how Pittsburgh lost to Wake Forest?
I did not.
They run a zone read at the end of the game.
Who's they?
They would be Pittsburgh. And the quarterback has a layup for the first down, and so the game's over basically. Instead of just running and getting down or diving, he goes to slide, but he does it too early. And you're marked down. It's well known that when you go to slide, you get marked back to where the slide, because you can't let a guy slide and also get all the extra bonus yards.
Right.
So the referees are correct. So they go back and they're like, ball comes back to here. Now it's 4th and a half a yard.
Oh,
they're backed up. They have to punt it. Wake Forest scores in the last play of the game.
Ooh.
The game was over. All he had to do was take one more step. And guess what? There was no one there. He didn't have to get down to avoid contact. There was no one there.
That's a bad deal.
But that's just so.
What?
There's two things. It's like, okay, was this coached? And then also, it's like most guys are just hooked up to when this is to win the game. I'm not worried about my slide. I'm worried about getting the yards.
Boy, I'm 100.
I mean, you lose a game that all you had to do was take one more step and the game's over. Here's the next one that was just egregious, was unbelievable. Houston against Texas. Houston gets a spot on 3rd and 1. They get the first down by a full yard. They mark it short. We're all like, the announcers and everyone is like, whoa, what are they doing? They have to review this. This is terrible. Everyone's going nuts. Houston runs a play. They don't get they're throwing incomplete pass. Don't get the first down. Game over. They're at like the 15-yard line going in to potentially score and go for 2 to win against Texas. And I go back to my conspiracy theory. I mean, I know Texas is leaving, but the Big 12, they don't want Texas to lose. They don't want to lose because now they have lost. Oklahoma have lost. You might have a chance. You might play yourself out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I was watching this game.
It was incredible
at an event, and I looked away for a second and said the game was over. I said, whoa, hang on, what happened? I thought they were about to go score, and the game's over. What the heck happened?
So they got marks short.
It was crazy.
They got Mark Short.
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. Here's another one: buffoonery special teams. The game is maybe a 2-point game or what? I don't know what exactly the score was. Obviously, this is when it's like, okay, Penn State still got a really good shot.
Penn State, Ohio State.
Penn State, Ohio State. Ohio State's backed up and punting. Their punt returner is in. The ball comes. He can easily field the ball at the 50-yard line.
Penn State player.
Penn State can probably get 5 yards, 5, 6 yards, whatever. At the 50, he lets it hit, and it rolls 30 yards.
That's right, 72-yard
punt. It rolled a 72-yard punt. He punted a 72-yard punt because the punt returner didn't field the ball.
Ooh.
And so this is for the fans out there. Okay?
Well, I mean, the thing about Penn State was they're really moving the ball, so it didn't really
matter.
They weren't 0 for their first 15 third down tries.
Always understand how important things. Some people get worked up on the game before. This punt returner had 2 to the house against UMass, so you get all excited. Or maybe just having your steady Eddie guy out there field the ball, right there, and just field the ball. Because guess what that was? If you field the ball, that's the same as a 30-yard return. That's the same thing,
pretty much at that point.
And so having fielding decisions at that time is incredible. And another thing happened defensively. If you're watching, 2 huge plays by Marvin Harrison Jr. And they were both in man coverage. When I use the term an X cut split, 3-by-1. And the one receiver side is very tight to the tackle.
You know what he's saying, Jay?
Oh, yeah.
X cut split.
Oh, yeah.
And they're playing man.
3-by-1.
Roger.
And he does a shallow crosser. I know you guys know this from your football days. Yeah,
you're speaking.
He's doing a shallow crosser, and the corner just drops him. But they must have had a plan to a hole player. Well, the first time it happened, it was a defensive lineman that was dropping just to the hole, and Marvin Harrison just ran right by him. Catches the ball, huge gain. The last touchdown that ended the game was the exact same play. Now, they had the linebacker, who was going to cut him at that spot, and he gets rubbed. And that's how the huge play happened. But my point is that on those 2 scenarios, they were not built to handle those X-cut splits in man coverage. And, did it cost them?
So, and Ohio State probably recognized that?
They did. And then also with that was obviously part of their plan. No matter how you cut it, even if you play it perfectly, the first one made no sense. It's like, I have a hard time on film saying, let's turn the best receiver in the nation loose to a defensive lineman to let him cover him. He makes some little adjustment and you can't cover him. Or a linebacker has to now cover him off this. Now, I've seen that happen. That's the first conversation you have when you're playing, we call rat coverage. And a rat in the hole.
Rat
and coverage. So the rat in the hole, that's going to be like, okay, if we drop this guy and we turn this guy loose, okay, that's great. But then who's the guy picking him up? And can he cleanly pick him up and be able to handle it? And they didn't have a good plan. Also,
bad job,
Ohio
James.
State did a great job because they played so much man and they played rock and roll or spun the safeties.
Yeah.
So they would start them off, and so when they went in motion, the slot cover guy, the nickel, would roll back to the free safety, or then safety now is on their best receiver. So they'd constantly line up that way to get the matchup that they wanted to be able to do it. Anytime someone was really good like that, there's sometimes I'd be like, hey, we're changing that. We're going to run with him.
Marvin.
Instead of doing this.
If it's Marvin, you run with him.
Because hey, I don't want that matchup. That's not fair to have this guy have to cover that guy in that spot. So there were some coaching things that came up. And then the last one was 3rd and 10, the first touchdown that Ohio State scored. They got a play to Marvin Harrison, and they went 0 blitz on 3rd and 10. That means on 0 blitz in the low red, like the 12-yard line, you're not going to get there. The play is meant to be 1, 2, 3, falls out.
Mm-hmm.
So the pressure's not going to get there. So he just left the dude all alone with Marvin Harrison.
Whoops.
And he's ran in and he unbelievably got a PI and caught the ball. It's like, hey, play coverage here. Plays 3rd and 10, play coverage. So there was some errors that were made in that could have made it a lot more interesting.
And that is how you become 1-9 against Ohio State. James Franklin.
And your quarterback having 24 incomplete passes too. If you like that one, if you like that one.
24
Pittsburgh quarterback had to take one more
How do you
step.
do that, by the way? 24 incompletions.
24. Pittsburgh, one more step.
Pittsburgh, yeah. If I were a coach, I'd want to kill him. I'd
That's hard. It's hard. You always do this one. You always say, hey, one play didn't cost us the game.
Yeah.
I have a hard time on the flight back. I don't agree with that. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. That play did. All I do is step one more step.
How could you look at it? It'd take me about 4 days to be able to look at him, I think.
Yeah,
it would take me 4 days.
Okay, we had a question coming in I think is really good to address before we get to our next segment.
Okay.
Regarding I guess, an optic and a game plan for a specific player. So we talked about at length how the Iowa Hawkeyes, their best two players are their punter and their punt returner in Cooper DeJean.
Yep.
Someone said, okay, if you are Nebraska or anybody else in the Big Ten playing Iowa, why would you ever punt it to Cooper DeJean? What, Bill? If you were playing Iowa this season, and hey, they don't have any playmakers, but they have a guy that can make things happen in special teams. What would you tell Brian Busch to do? How do you even address that, knowing that that's their dude, that's their guy?
Well, first thing is that Minnesota did a very good job on that punt. They punted away from him. He had to chase it down. That's why the whole situation happened. They didn't just drill one right to him. The ball was hit like on 2 yards from the sideline.
Yeah, he chased.
So you have that. Next thing is that I've learned this at a very young age, and I love this one by kickers and punters. So, hey, listen, punt the ball about 44 yards with good hang time and land it in a trash can. Yeah, how hard's that?
No,
you know how hard that is?
Not easy.
You see how hard it is to be able to put that ball right in that spot?
Oh, yeah.
So you'd want to hit control balls. And what you really want is you'd say, hey, if you give me great hang time and 40 yards so I can get my net down there faster. Now, on the one that he ran back the other day, they were in a block. So they were coming after it. So guess what also? When you're the punter and they're coming with a full-out pressure, you have to catch the ball and you got to get it out. It's not kind of like, okay, I'm going to cool breeze it here, make sure I get it just where I want it. But you do want to have a plan. I agree, to try to say, hey, listen, let's take that away. I mean, yes, can you just put the ball out of bounds? You can. But sometimes don't let it haunt you. When you say punt the ball out of bounds at 40-some yards and it goes out at 28 because it shanks off your foot a little bit, then that's one of the things that you take off with that. So there's two sides to the story.
Interesting.
And again, Minnesota did a nice job with it.
They did.
And then also remember they had 5 guys unblocked at the point of attack. 5 guys unblocked. It was unreal.
They didn't think he'd choose the sideline.
No,
they thought he'd peel back.
He gave one little move and then also
chose the sideline.
They did 0 of inside in front.
Right.
It was they went 4, I mean, he made 1 miss and then 4 at one time. Yeah. And they all just went. It was like this. Their heads hit like coconuts.
Yeah,
right?
like a cartoon.
Like a cartoon. Yes, exactly. It was also like
you'd see at the movie theater back in the day.
It was like Wile E. Coyote was involved in this. Yes,
that was a good answer. That's interesting. See, it's not that simple, Jake. I mean, he's a dude.
It's hard.
He'll track a ball too.
But you can. There's ways to say, hey, we're not doing this, and then but you also might have to say, hey, listen, for that to be, we might be a 32 yard net.
Yeah.
In that for the punt to be able to do that.
They got a dude, boy. He's a dude.
But he has to be. That's their best offensive weapon. He's a returner.
Yeah. I wonder why they don't. Yeah, you're right.
Why is he not playing offense? I mean, he
play both.
Travis Hunter plays both sides of the ball for Colorado.
Kind of wonder.
Maybe
he's not very good.
Makes guys miss. Makes guys miss.
Maybe he's not very good.
It's the same thing with I love that with wide receiver talent. It's like it's not that hard. Put a safety over the top of them. Okay, explain what coverage you're in. Just walk me through that. I want to know what this is. And then again, they have 2 great wide receivers. Just put a safety over the top of both of them. Okay, so then they run the quarterback run game. Tell them how do you fit that up? Oh, you can't. They'll rush for 600 yards if you're doing that. And so there's more to it than just. I just love that. Yeah, I love the option team too. Yeah, just make sure you get 2 on the quarterback and 2 on the dive and 2 on the pitch. Okay, that's mathematically impossible. You can't do that. It's 11 on 11 football. And so some things that get said, I love that one. Yeah, it's always just have a safety over the top of both those good receivers. You can do that, but literally, if they promise you, they have to promise you from the other side or a deal it before the game. It's like, listen, you promise not to run the ball. If you promise not to run it, because it affects what we want to do defensively.
Safety, it takes the safety out of it.
Yeah, we'd like to have both safeties out of the run game.
That's you get that, Jake?
I got it. I got that.
Jake, we can understand this stuff.
We can. Now, he had some lingo that was
the
a little
Xbox over split. I did not get that.
that went over the head.
Splits. The X receiver to the one receiver side. He's about 4 yards from the tackle. Go back and watch both the big plays for Ohio State. Penn State. Thank you. Yeah, there's answers for it. You can play. You can play a key call off of that guy, and you can back him off. And the guy that comes across, it's a safety drive, and then he's coming back off to replace him. So there's ways to defend it.
You got Marvin Harrison.
Yeah,
you got Marvin
ways
Harrison.
to do it.
You got Marvin Harrison. Is Marvin Harrison the Heisman Trophy leader right now?
No.
Oh, come on.
Isn't it still Penix? Like, who is it right now? I know Penix is in a bad game.
JJ
McCarthy's the leader.
Okay. I might give you that.
He had a bad game.
He's not out of it.
No, he's not out. There's a lot of things. I would say this. Everything right now, a lot of things can happen.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games.
I think those are the three. I'd probably put I tend. That's close. I'll say that's close. McCarthy's a great athlete, and he could play other positions, which makes him a great football player. I'm always looking for the best football player, and he could play probably multiple positions.
Before we get to break, is your MacBook or iMac not working? Did you drop your iPhone? Sip, you've done that before. I know that. Come to Nebraska's Apple authorized service provider, Computer Hardware. Whether you're looking to get your device repaired or upgrade to something newer, Computer Hardware helps you with all your Apple needs. Locally owned for over 40 years, Computer Hardware has served as the leading Apple experts with 4 locations in Lincoln, Kearney, Hastings, and GI. Stop by and see them today. They are Nebraska's Apple store. See Tripp and the team here in Lincoln at Computer Hardware, or again at GI, Hastings, and Kearney. Good people.
Okay, what are we doing next?
When we come back,
what are we doing next?
You know what's next. When we come
What are we
back,
doing next?
We've got Week 7 NFL winners and losers.
Yes. Incredible.
Yeah, that's next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorators composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln is kicking off October with Can-Am side-by-side specials all month long. Are you ready to rule the terrain on a 2023 Can-Am Defender, Commander, or Maverick? You call a play and score big with rebates up to $1,500 or financing as low as 1.99% for 36 months. From an open road to the trails, there's a Can-Am side-by-side that's right for you, and Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has them all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer ends October 31st, 2023. Certain conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Plungers and store-bought chemicals can only go so far and can harm your drains. Call the professionals at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical to get your drains flowing. We won't only make sure the clog is taken care of, but we will ensure your drains are completely clean so the clog will not come back. Give John Henry's a call today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. October is pork month, and here are the specials for the week of October 23rd. Enjoy all-natural, thick-cut Iowa chops for $1.88 per pound, extra meaty pork loin back ribs for $3.99 per pound, and bacon-wrapped pork tenderloin, 2 for $5 for 6 ounces of meat. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and man, the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this. Happening right now at Koppel, you have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right. Happening right now until the end of the month. 0% financing or $6,500 off sticker price. Those incentives are the best we've seen this entire year. Hurry on in while supplies last. Just take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus and with roof credit.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
This
good morning, little brother.
is Early Break with Zip and Jay, brought to you by Dana Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You know, I have read the text line today for those who have been upset about that. I've read some texts on the airwaves today. Have we not addressed some texts?
We have.
Sartor Heyman. Sartor Heyman Jewelers text line 402-464-5685.
Rick wants you to read more text.
I know.
Heyman.
Heyman texts us during the show. On the group chat.
During the weekends.
Night.
A lot going down.
Whatever happens, happens. You know,
Yeah.
Rick's always there for us.
Yes, he is. He is.
So.
God bless him.
So, are we ready for NFL winners and losers right now?
Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. All right, let's get to it. It is sponsored by Fuhrer's Cheese Spread. Available in almost every local grocery you can find. It's the ultimate tailgate snack. Goes with chicken and the biscuit crackers.
Oh, yes.
Goes with vegetables if you want to also.
Hi-ho.
Goes with everything.
What's hi-ho?
Hi-ho crackers.
Hi-ho crackers. I don't.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi-ho. Hi-ho. It's off to work we go. What was that?
I don't know the rest of it.
Yeah.
Th-
I don't
there's
know the
a-
rest of it.
yeah.
But there's hi-ho crackers. There's the Ritz, the classic, the club.
I
you
like
know,
the club.
The
I'll
club
take the fierce cheese spread
on the club. It's a solid one.
Jake, let her roll.
Let her rip. Week 7 edition of Winners and Losers. The biggest winner was last night. Minnesota Vikings were underdogs to a team that I still think can go to the Super Bowl, but the San Francisco 49ers now have back-to-back losses on the road to Cleveland and Minnesota, teams that were, average at best. The Vikings were scared that they were going to have a bad year. They bounced back nicely. 22-17 winners last night. Big win for Kirk Cousins, who has not been very good ever on primetime. He's known for how bad he's been on primetime. He was good last night. So big win for Kirk Cousins.
He played incredible.
Big
One time
win.
his numbers were ridiculous.
Big win for the Vikings in general. So way to go, Vikings. Number 1 winner. Number 2, this was supposed to be one of the best games of the week. It was a blowout. The Ravens playing the 5-1 Detroit Lions win 38-6. It was 28-zip at
Shocker.
halftime.
Yeah, shocker.
It was 28-0 at halftime. They win no problems, 38-6. Dan Campbell says sometimes you need a butt kicking. And that's what they got for the Lions. So 38-6 Ravens, big winner. Number 3, the Chiefs. It was a low-scoring second half, only 7 points. 31-17, they beat the Chargers. Travis Kelce with Taylor Swift in attendance was remarkable again, over 100 yards in the first half, 8 or 9 catches in the first half.
yeah.
He was dominant. Big win for the Chiefs. They have won 6 straight games. As of right now, they're the 1 seed in the AFC.
I love the Swifty thing. I just absolutely
Bill loves it.
He gets the catch, and they pan right to her in the suite. It's incredible.
Number 4 winner. I got to give it. We don't give this team a winner very often. The Bears / Tyson Badgett in
this story.
Justin Fields. This guy was playing Division II football last year. Undrafted free agent.
Tyson Badgett.
And he takes down the Raiders 30-12. And he was a big part of it. They ran the ball well. He was good passing the football. If you're Justin Fields, you say, that wasn't good for me. Yeah. Tyson Badgett comes in and they win by 18 points.
Badgett says he's got a cannon, and all the reporters laugh, but he was serious.
Yeah, he said that?
Yeah, he said, I got a cannon.
I got a cannon. I can throw it.
So
Division, just so you know, when you play in Division II football and then you go to the NFL, the picture changes much. There's a big difference.
It's quite a change.
It's insane. So what he did it's remarkable. We've not talked about it hardly at all. It needs to be discussed more.
The picture changes.
Oh wow, that's incredible. By that, I am a Bears fan now. I'm all
you
Bears.
Should be. That's a great
I'm
story.
all Bears.
It's an awesome story.
I'm all Bears.
Josh is pumped.
Yeah. Prepare for disappointment.
When Fields comes back, I'm out. I'm out.
Flips the switch.
No. There's a Division II guy that is a free agent. Just let him to score 30-some points. It's incredible.
It's pretty big. Number 5 winner, it was on Thursday, but the Jags beat the Saints 31-24. It wasn't the prettiest game, but you know what? They're 5-2. Jags are playing some good football.
The
Jags, Trevor Lawrence and company getting it done.
Okay.
Get it done in Jacksonville. To the losers, this one's pretty obvious. Biggest loser, what in the hell Buffalo was that? The Buffalo Bills go into New England after they almost lost to the Giants the week before, who are terrible. And the Bills lose to the Patriots 12 seconds ago. Patriots get a 1-yard touchdown to Mike Gesicki, former Dolphin from Mac Jones. 29-25 Patriots. Bills are 4-3. I called them missing the playoffs before the year. I think they'll make the playoffs, but something ain't right. Matt Milano's absence is big on defense. He's out for the year. Tre'Davious White out for the year defensively. And the offense does not look right. They all depend on Josh Allen. Offensive line is beleaguered. I don't know. Things are weird in Buffalo. Okay. Biggest loser. Number 2 loser, speaking of the Giants, the Commanders have been so up and down this year. I mean, they have good wins. They got horrible losses. They lose to the Giants, who have been bad defensively the majority of the year, 14-7. Tyrod Taylor, the quarterback, who's still playing football in the NFL.
I'll be done.
After all these years, as a backup for all these years, Commanders 14-7 loss. You can't lose. You got to score more points than that.
Yeah.
Can I give you a brief 12-second thing?
Please.
In that game?
164.5.
My wife loves football. It just watches ball, just loves it on. It's awesome. Loves football. So I come in last night. She made the move, and we had it on out in the garage, and we were inside. I come by and I go, "How's the game going? The score?" I tell you guys that. She's watching it like that. I go, "You realize you're watching the Commanders and the Giants from yesterday? You're on the NFL Network. The live Monday night game is on ESPN."
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
We had the Jets-Eagles problem the week before at the sports bar where Bill's predicting the future. How are you doing this?
And my wife goes, "I went to the NFL Network." I go, "We don't watch the NFL Network. We don't ever watch that. The games are not on."
Sometimes there's a lot going on TV.
There's no games live at NFL Network.
There's no live games.
Okay, 3 more losers. I'm going to say this one. The refs in the Dolphins-Eagles game, I can't give the Eagles a winner. They had a big win. The 10-0 penalty disparity is atrocious. And we've said there were obvious penalties that were critical in that game, not called on a particular team that the other team got called for.
They did get it. They did. I'm going to agree with that.
The refs are terrible. I mean, come on. You can't have a 10-0 disparity, especially when it's obvious that there's penalties missed by that team.
I'm not going to push back.
Yeah.
So
the
they're
face
losers.
mask grab was unbelievable.
Yeah.
They are losers there. Number 4 loser, the Packers, after a bye week, going to Denver, who is playing horrendous football, and they lose 19-17. Jordan Love does not look like the guy right now. Now, the weapons aren't great around him. I get that. We knew this would be a rebuilding year for the Packers, but I'm curious Packers fans' thoughts on their first full year so far of Jordan Love. We're almost halfway through the season. He's had some flashes, but mostly it has been underwhelming as the quarterback of the Packers. Again, Christian Watson is not a superstar receiver. Romeo Doubs not a great receiver. Aaron Rodgers did it for a long time with those kind of guys, though. He did. And you can't expect Rodgers off the bat. I get that. But it's been a rough year for them, and he can't lose in Denver right now the way they're playing.
No.
Number 5 loser, because his team scored 39 points and he was no reason for it, Deshaun Watson's a loser.
Yikes.
The Browns beat the Colts 39-38. Deshaun Watson was at one point 0 for 3 with the pick. He leaves with another pick, has a concussion in the game, and they are fine without him. PJ Walker, who beat the Niners last week, comes in. He's fine. Myles Garrett had an incredible first half, blocked a field goal, had a couple sacks, had a strip sack for a touchdown in the first half. Second half, they run the ball fine. They got PJ Walker throwing the ball. They don't need him. Watson's holding them back. This guy's got a massive guaranteed contract, and he's doing nothing with it at all. The Browns are 4-2. They should feel good about that, but they should be very concerned about their number one quarterback.
Interesting.
He's a loser this week. They win without him. 39 points, and most of that is without you. That's concerning. If I'm Deshaun Watson, who is doing nothing in that game. So there you go. There's your NFL Week 7 winners and losers, sponsored by Fierber's Cheese Spread, available in almost all local grocery stores.
I wish we had some right now. I'd love to have a couple crackers and just.
Would you?
Oh yeah, I would.
It does sound.
It's not really a breakfast food, but I make it a breakfast food.
Yeah.
Why not? Why can't it be?
I mean, we've had it this time in the morning. It's incredible.
It's good.
The ref issue is an issue. I mean, it's a credibility issue for the NFL. It doesn't. That does look. It does look very shady to me.
Yeah,
and it's right in your face. It's on. It's on months. Was it Sunday night? Sunday night football.
There's critical calls that were, I think, pretty clear and obvious that weren't called. I don't get that.
If you're the commissioner, does that concern you?
Yes. Anytime that your product looks tainted in some way, especially when there's the thing comes up with the Michigan whole thing. It's like, hey, there was a lot of money wagered on these things, and so once there's something that you feel like it's not sound on the field, that's the only integrity you have to have. You have to the integrity of the game.
100.
When you're between the lines, the integrity of the game has to be incredible. And officials, it's hard. I understand that it is hard, but right now, from what it used to be, there's like 13 officials out there. They're everywhere. How they don't? I mean, they're everywhere. That's like, how do you not see something?
Right.
That is just so obvious. I mean. The guy grabbed his face mask.
He did on the sideline.
On fourth down. It's a critical play.
Yeah. It's a PI. It's a first down. It changes the game.
It did.
It changes the game.
It did. Yeah. I'm with Jake on that.
10-0. That's come on.
Shady.
If it's 10-2, all right, fine. It's the fact there was 0. I mean, come on. No penalties?
Come on.
Whatever.
100%.
By the way, before we get to the game show, Jeffrey on YouTube says, tell Bill the Titans wear the Oilers jerseys this weekend against the Falcons.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'm very excited about that. Yeah.
You have an Oilers shirt provided by, I think, a listener gave you an Oilers shirt.
Maybe you can wear that.
Yeah, I will. This is very, very exciting.
You can be an NFL fan for one weekend
this
for
is
the
so
Oilers.
Great. Yes.
You kind of like the NFL, don't you?
What's that?
You like the NFL, don't you?
I'll pay attention to it. I watched the Bengals. I'm a fan of the Bengals. I know a lot of people on the team. Some people. I know some coaches. I root for them. But to watch it, no. It's just like, I really enjoy the Sunday night game because they usually have a very good game, so I can kind of relax and watch that game.
It was a good game. I mean, also that Miami was entertaining.
It was entertaining. It just was unfairly
got a fancy offense.
They'll be fine.
Yeah, when it goes to the playoffs,
3 offensive linemen out. Okay, 3 linemen out.
You run a lot of. They asked Tua to do a lot with the ball.
Well, he's good with the ball.
Yeah, he's got to run a lot of fakes,
They wouldn't do that if they didn't trust him.
Yeah.
So he's good at it.
Yeah.
All right, let's play the game show. Give us a call right now at 402-464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. You are 1-0 on the week. A blowout win yesterday. It was a blowout. Today's topic is current Big Ten defensive lineman. I'll give you a player.
No chance.
And you got. There's 14 teams. You got a chance.
You have a chance.
Okay.
I know a few.
I'm not saying college football defensive lineman. I'm saying Big Ten defensive lineman. You got a chance.
Yeah,
okay?
You'll be surprised. You'll surprise yourself, Bill.
I think you guys will be okay. Let's see how this goes. 464-5685. Shut up. Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Nickdown Sip in trivia. And we have a familiar name today on the game show.
James.
We got James.
James, you're back again. I didn't hear what you said. Are you underwater right now?
Oh no.
Okay, James.
Hi, James.
James is back.
Good morning. How many? Has James been playing a lot?
He's played quite a few times.
Okay,
It's
okay.
9 out of the last 10.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, James, let's get to it.
And the other guy was a James, it's a different one.
That was a different James. Bill is a lifeline for SIP for one question, as always. James' first question goes to you. What team in the Big Ten does defensive lineman Adisa Isaac play for?
I know it.
Rutgers.
Rutgers. Oops. No, it's not Rutgers.
Hit it again.
I'll do it again.
There you go.
Interesting story with him is that
I'm going to pass.
After,
No, I'm not going to pass. I'm going to give it to Bill.
After working out, after finding him in New York City and took him there, worked him out, I immediately offered him as a sophomore when I was coaching at Rutgers. Unbelievable talent. Small school, inner city, New York City. He plays for Penn State.
Adisa Isaac.
And he has 5.5 sacks this year so far.
Bill recruited him.
So he knows the guy.
So we had a built-in advantage.
No, I went and saw him when I was at LSU.
Oh.
I went up to New York City to go to recruit him again. Yes.
All right,
You got, yeah.
You're on your own now, but Bill has helped you. 1-0.
1-0.
Okay, Sip for the 2-0 lead. What Big Ten team does defensive lineman Aaron Lewis play for?
Should know this. Aaron Lewis.
Aaron Lewis.
Michigan.
I would say when in doubt, Michigan's never a bad guess. He's just not right this time. James, do you want that one? You want to pass there? That would be Rutgers. He's a Scarlet Knight.
Okay.
He was seen as, if you looked at projection, he was seen as a top 5 defensive lineman in the conference before the season. He's got 3 or 4 sacks this year.
Okay.
All right, back to you, James. Down 1-0. What Big Ten team does defensive lineman JT Tumaloa play for?
Let's say Ohio State.
Yeah. He's their pass rusher. He's their best pass rusher.
That's right.
He's their best pass
I want
rusher.
to make sure these are fair questions.
No, it's fine. You're
I
good.
just saw
You're
Bill
fine.
was upset with that one.
No, he was upset. Well,
Layup.
Back to you, Sip, for the win. Bill is out
I
of
think
play.
Tumaloa was the only one I knew. So
Maybe you know this one. For the win. If you missed this, James can steal. Last question. What Big Ten team does defensive lineman Kyler Baugh play for?
I don't have the slightest idea. What's his last name?
Baugh. Baugh.
Kyler or Tyler?
K.
Kyler Baugh. Well, I got a shot here, right?
You got 14 teams to choose from.
Yeah.
Kyler Baugh. I'm just rolling the dice. Okay. Purdue.
James, do you want that or do you want to go with the tiebreaker?
I'll go with tiebreaker.
That would be Minnesota. We saw him week 1.
Wonderful.
3 sacks.
You covered the game.
You were there. You were there live. He made some.
You drove up. Yeah. You drove up.
All right.
I did
watch the game.
This will
watch
go,
warm-ups.
This will go to James. Sip.
I didn't watch.
Yes.
Sip, you go over under James's number.
Clown
Unreal.
show. Hold on.
This is for James.
Yes.
You'll go over under
I
James's
can do
number.
that.
All right, James.
We're in overtime.
James, Michigan has allowed 5 touchdowns this season in total. Indiana, Illinois, and Purdue rank last in the Big Ten in touchdowns allowed with how many for each team? They all have the same amount. This is for James. 5 for Michigan leads the way in the Big Ten in terms of least amount. These 3 teams have the most allowed, and it's all the same number. This is for you, James. Do you have a number, James?
10.
Over. Over.
Over 10 touchdowns.
Over.
James, you gave us the layup on that one.
You want to like put a guess out?
I
there?
don't know.
Bill?
How many games are? I'm going to say like 24.
I say 21.
26.
Okay.
Nebraska's allowed 15, by the way.
Okay, so there it is. 2-0 on the week. I'll take that.
Thank you,
Sorry,
James.
James.
We'll get you a big.
Try tomorrow, James.
Yeah. See you tomorrow. We'll do it again.
Here's the best part. Michigan is having an outstanding season defensively. He thought that 10 was the most in the conference. I'm not trying to laugh at James, but
I enjoy the fact when people walk by the window here that they have no idea we're a radio station. They look at us. There's 3 people staring at us.
What are these guys doing?
They look
with microphones.
With microphones, they're looking like, what are you guys doing?
We're on the
What are
radio.
these guys doing here? We're on the radio. Hey, you know what? That's 2-0 start to the week.
Mhm.
Yeah, good start for you guys.
That's right.
That's
right.
That's 2 games over 500. 17-15? 18-16.
I think you are above 500 for sure.
Yeah, Jake, it's 18-16.
Oh, good job.
Yeah,
Way to go. It's a good start. You're locked in right now.
Yeah.
You are locked in. When we come back, the spillover on early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their open mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Everybody wants a classic Christmas. Well, there's nothing more classic than cash. So until January 3rd, 2024, enter non-winning Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets online, and you could win $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000. Hurry and jingle all the way to your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer and have yourself a classic little Christmas with the whole family of Holiday Classic scratch tickets. Top prize odds vary by game. We've got some universally big news for Nebraska Pick 5 fans. The prize for matching 4 of 5 numbers has risen from $450 to $500. Visit your favorite Nebraska Lottery retailer today. Pick 5 numbers between 1 and 40 or ask for a Nebraska Pick 5 Quick Pick. Match 4 numbers and you could win $500. Each play only costs $1 and there are drawings 7 days a week. It's just another way our game is getting better all the time. Nebraska Pick 5 top prize odds 1 in 658,000.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. October is pork month, and here are the specials for the week of October 23rd. Enjoy all-natural, thick-cut Iowa chops for $1.88 per pound, extra meaty pork loin back ribs for $3.99 per pound, and bacon-wrapped pork tenderloin, 2 for $5 for 6 ounces of meat. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers 118th anniversary sale is going on right now. This sale only comes around once a year, so don't miss your chance to save 20% or more on everything diamond. Bridal and engagement rings, bracelets, earrings, and all diamond jewelry, 20% off or more. Our lowest prices of the year, now through October 25th, only at Sutter Heyman's 118th anniversary sale. Lincoln and Grand Island or SutterHeyman.com.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorators composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
This
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
is Early Break with Zip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with Chris Raff, AD out today, sponsored by South Point Medical and Aesthetics, and we were chatting throughout the break. So Raff parked his car, on the street over here, street parking, and it's a little silver car. And Bill says, "How do you possibly fit into that car?"
It's a 4-door,
but it's short though. And you said your head is hitting the ceiling with are you scrunched in there? How
No,
bad?
not at all. Not at all.
It's not hitting the ceiling.
It works out good. It's funny though, is AD puts his seat further back than I do.
Does he?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Raph, you're 6'7".
You're 6'7".
Yeah. It works out good. When I got the car,
I'm gonna have to see you in the car.
We
I'm gonna have to
we
see
gotta
you in the
assess
car.
this
Yeah,
after the
'cause
break.
I don't see it. It just doesn't add up.
there were some cars that I do not fit. Like I get in and it's impossible. But that one, I went out, I did my homework, went out. So yeah, I've had the same brand of car for like the last 6 years. So.
Fusion.
And we also discussed,
It was a breaker.
There's a breaker walking by. Probably you hate flying. You hate
Oh
flying,
yeah,
right?
it's the worst. I mean, I like to fly because I get to go places, but like I was telling you guys, my worst fear in life is having to use the lavatory. It's not
on the plane.
In a small plane.
Not good.
And we talked about
Not
how you
good.
might have to tell the flight attendants you're going to have to prop the door open.
Just gonna leave the door open here.
The door for give me about 3 minutes here. Tell the people in first class. Tell the people in first class just to chill out for a second. I need about 3 minutes. And we have to pop the door open.
It's just all temporary here.
Why is that guy's feet sticking out?
Is that guy alive? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's my greatest fear. I think the last time I used the lavatory was the 94 Kickoff Classic.
Using the plane for almost 30 years.
Flying to we flew to New Jersey.
Who's we?
Yes.
Me.
Who was watching the door?
Me and a couple buddies of mine.
Watching the door.
But see, that was one of those big planes that had the seats in the middle.
Yeah.
So that lavatory was okay. It wasn't extravagant by no means.
Okay.
He hasn't used an airplane bathroom in 29 years.
True story. True story.
Think about that for a
That's the
second.
most excited I've seen Jake Sorensen ever.
30 years.
30 years. And he's
3 decades.
3 decades. No bathroom.
1994 is the last time I used an airplane.
And he calls it the laboratory,
The laboratory.
which I like.
Yeah.
I'm never using any other
There's
word.
nothing
with
better
that.
than when the plane's going to land. All of a sudden you see some guy just get up and the plane's going down, and you go in your seatbelt lights are on.
Yeah.
Some guy just gets up and heads to the bathroom. Just the panic that sets in. Everybody's like, "No, come on, bro, no,
Get back to your seat. You can hang on for a second here.
Good job, Raph.
How many flights have you taken since 1994, Raph? What's the approximate?
I probably average about between 8 and 12 a year. So yeah, there's been some flights.
Over 100 flights. You can't go to the bathroom.
I mean, there's been a couple times where I've been like, but I'm like, nope, not gonna do it.
Hey, Raph, Bill mentioned something too. When you're walking down the aisle, people see you. Do you literally see them going, "Please God, no, not him"?
It's
when you sit by him. Why God? Why?
It's like the movie Forrest Gump. Yeah. I walk in the plane. This seat's taken. This seat's taken.
Is it?
But
You're
it's
6'7". Where do you go? Hundo?
Oh yeah, about 6'7", probably 295, 290.
Whoa!
Because he's eating up armrests. There's no doubt.
That's what Bill's like. You're a big armrest guy, man.
Oh,
There's no way around it.
If you're sitting by the window and somebody has the aisle seat and the middle seat's open and Ralph's coming down the deal.
Please God, don't sit by me.
The panic that sets in.
But see, it's the same way
pinned against the wall.
Yeah, you're pinned against the wall.
You have no
I've
chance.
been pinned against the wall before.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it, but I was pinned against the wall.
But when I sit in the plane,
ungodly.
When I sit in the plane, my eyes are wide open. I want that girl that's like 5 foot, 85 pounds to sit right in the middle, so then I have little arm space.
And she's like, "No, this sucks."
God, no.
Yeah, I
the worst.
I flew back from Alabama, and the guy said it was one of those tiny planes, and it was only 2 seats,
2-seater,
and I was sitting on the aisle, and the guy sitting in the window, he probably went about 6'4", 300 maybe.
Oh, you sat next
and
to
he
him?
was already sitting down, so the whole entire plane flight, I had to sit slanted to the
plane
right.
probably flew like this.
Right.
Yeah.
The plane
I'm surprised
probably
he didn't
flew.
ask one of you to move. I'm serious.
So, hey,
Yeah, it was
we
full.
got to balance the plane. We have to balance the plane.
They asked Sean Callahan to move the other day to balance the plane. He had to go in the back.
When I was on my trip back from Alabama,
How do you respond to that, by the way? When
Why
you go
me?
to one particular...
Why me?
Yeah.
When I a little overweight?
It has to be. You don't have to be a small guy. My brother going to try to bump this thing up.
I was in the same row with Sean. She said, "We're going to have to have somebody move." And she was looking right at him.
What are you trying to say here? What are you trying to say here?
Did Sean tell him, "Hey, I do Orange Theory" or anything? I do Orange Theory every day.
see, we were leaving Alabama, and we didn't have enough weight in the plane.
Oh God, come on!
Yeah, we sat on the runway for 3 hours.
What'd you do then?
Well, I guess they get weight things to put in the bottom of the plane, but Alabama only had like 600 pounds. So we're 600 pounds short. So then they came in.
You got to be kidding.
And then they wanted 3 people to volunteer to get off the plane. Didn't hear nothing from them for an hour. Then they finally come and go, "Yeah, we're going to need 3 people to get off the plane." Then they got off the plane. Well, then the plane wasn't balanced. So then it was musical chairs. Well, then it'd been going for like 3 hours. People were like, "The heck with this." We went to get off the plane.
Yeah.
So then some people got off the plane. So then they had to readjust again to make sure that, it was. So I was there for close to 4 hours.
This airline should be under some sort of scrutiny. I've never heard of that before.
This must be what happened to Redway. They just couldn't get the amount of weight in the plane.
Yeah. Are we getting our money back from Redway? What's going on with
They're getting
Redway?
it back.
Hey,
I'm just saying. From the text line, a couple of responses before we get out of here from this conversation. Latex Mallard says this. He says, as a guy who had to empty airline crappers, I will never crap on an airplane ever.
Oh, interesting.
That'd be a horrendous job.
So he worked for the industry.
Work for the industry.
He emptied the lavatory.
Interesting. I've wondered, how do you do that? I mean,
I thought they just opened it up and just let it fall out while we were flying.
I've always wondered about that.
And Ted says this to wrap things up. Ted says,
you.
So, Raph, you're the reason the Huskers have not won anything significant since '95. You need to take a dump on a plane to get us back to dominance. You're the reason why, Raph. Because you did this in better times.
To get us back to
Well, that was
You're the curse.
Well, actually,
airplane.
that's right, because it was kickoff classic.
Okay.
94.
This is all your fault, Raph.
So after I did it, there were 3 times. Okay, I'll do it. What the heck? I'll take one for the team.
This is for you. Take it, and we know what we're fine.
All right, let's wrap her up.
I got a flight tomorrow too.
You do? Where are you headed?
Down to Austin.
Okay, well, you know what to do, Raph.
Oh, man.
We don't need an update.
29 years.
It's one of the. It'll be a decent sized plane. I'll see what I can do.
Oh,
Thank you, Raph.
Yeah.
That's it for us. The Drive with Raph. The Ideas is next for Steve Zippel and Bill Busch. I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds